All right, so we are back on the block 3 or the green block or whatever we're calling it. All right, so the first, we're going to try to tackle this top view up here. Okay, so it's going to look relatively like this. Don't worry about the hidden lines yet. We'll get to them in a minute. First thing you want to do, I'm going to go a little bit faster with the top view than I did with the front view. But the first thing you want to do is you want to draw your projection lines up nice and light so we can erase them later. Okay. I told you don't worry about the hidden lines yet. So anytime, anywhere we see one of these corners like that, just draw a line straight up. Okay, one more to go. All right. Now I know a lot of those you can't really see very well, but don't worry, I can see them here, and when you do yours, you'll be able to see them too. So since we know that this is a pretty big block, we want to start pretty high up here. So just come down like one block, and you'll see this line is up here. So we're going to start there. Okay, and this outer edge, and we're going to end here. All we are going to do is we're going to draw a line straight across here. That's it. Okay? Now that line is this back piece right there. Alright? So now we have to figure out what this measurement is first. We want to draw our big rectangle first. So according to this sheet, this block is 1.5 inches thick. So, we're going to go find our 1.5 inches. And we're going to draw it down. Okay, then what we're going to do, and I know this one looks like it's a little off, but that's okay. We'll fix it in a second. Alright, so now we have our big rectangle, and you can kind of see my projection lines up like this. Okay? So then, all we're going to do, and this is the easy part, right? This is why the top view is actually relatively easy in this drawing. We're going to darken in these lines right here. Where is that one? There it is. One more right here. Whoops. Okay. We want to erase our projection lines. A better eraser. Again, not not looking for perfection, just looking for basic understanding. Remember, project from all of these intersections, these little corners right here. Okay? I'm going to clean it up top here. Okay. So, next up, we're going to look back at this, and we've got these two guys. these two cylinders that are going to be sticking out. You can see it. You can see them right here. So we need to add those. So far that rectangle, the big rectangle looks pretty good. So we're going to add those in there. Okay. Now take a look. I should not have erased these projection lines. So if you already erased them, that kind of stinks. But it actually lines up perfectly with here and here. Alright, so what we're going to do, how far do these stick out? Does it say on this drawing? I don't see it. Anybody else see it? I don't. So we're going to cheat again and go back to this reference. We are just going to use our measuring skills and measure it. So they stick out 1.5 inches, and this one sticks out 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so from here to here is 1.5, from here to here is 3/4. Nice to have that cheat sheet. So all we're going to do, this one's pretty easy. Alright, we find, I keep moving this down too far. We just have to find where these marks are, right? There's the bell. So I'm going to finish this view up very quickly. Okay, so we got that. Remember, these go down 1.5 inches. And then we connect them. Okay. That seems about right. This should be over a little bit, but we're doing the best we can. And this one comes down 3/4 of an inch. And 3/4 of an inch. Okay. And make sure these lines are nice and crisp. I don't want you guys to be putting in all this work and having the lines be all wonky. Alright? So, we're good there. Now, the last thing we got to do for that top view, we got to figure out these hidden lines right here. Okay? So we're going to go back to this. And it doesn't give us the depth. Boy, whoever did these drawings, I need to check those. So, but we do know, and your circle might be a little bit off, your circle might be weird, your circle might be perfect. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to project it up from wherever this lines up, and it actually lines up directly on this one. So that's pretty good. And then this one lines up, let's see here. Okay, and then we don't want to forget about this little 1/2 inch guy down here either. And super light, super duper light, because you're going to be erasing most of this. Okay. Now you'll notice this 1 inch hole doesn't go all the way through. It stops right here. Alright, so that's why it kind of looks like this. Okay, so we're going to measure that really, really quick before anybody comes in here and interrupts our video. This is a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch there. And then we're going to assume that this the smaller hole is the rest of it. Okay. So the bigger hole we got right there. We're going to go a 1/2 inch up, and then it's over here, 1/2 inch there. And all we're going to do, we're going to connect those dots with a dashed line there. Normally you would put a dashed line here as well, but since there's an object line there, object lines are darker than hidden lines. Okay, so we can get rid of that. We can get rid of all of these, well, that one. And now we got these two little ones right here. Those are pretty easy. I'm just gonna give them a little dash. Alright. And erase the best you can without ruining your hidden lines. Alright. So, let's take a look at the reference sheet. Take a look. Alright. Pretty close. Okay. That should be coming over a little bit more, but not a big deal. Alright, if I had a good circle, then it would have worked out, but that's pretty close. Alright, next up we're going to do the right side view very quickly.